Hi everyone, welcome back here, and today we are back with a live stream of my driver career. This is the first of two live streams this week. We're live streaming again tomorrow with the next subscribers race on my channel. If you're interested in taking part in that subscribers race, contact me on Facebook. The details of my Facebook page are in the description below. But without further ado, let's crack on with the driver career. We're at China. We're trying to recover after a woeful weekend in Vietnam. I know it's not a very popular track on F1 2020. Let me know your thoughts on Vietnam. Let me know your thoughts on China. And I hope you enjoy this live stream. So let's get cracking. So if this is the first episode you've joined us for, we're currently driving for AlphaTauri. We've been comprehensively beaten by our teammate in the first 3 rounds. And we're finishing between sort of 11th and 13th in races. Tonight, we are going to reduce our we're going to reduce our difficulty settings on the practice programs so that we can complete them, so we can get a few more resource points. And yeah, that's the plan. And if you enjoy the live stream, if you're watching live, don't forget to come and say hello to me. I'd happily speak to you in between runs in practice and in qualifying, but once we get down to the race, I won't chat that much. So, at this point in time with R&D, we're waiting for some upgrades. We've got 1,000 points, but I can't really do a lot with them. I don't want to spend them all on that, on aero, and I don't want to spend them all on chassis. Chassis is alright. So I think we'll hold fire there. I normally focus on durability because I want my car to last the rest of the season and not get any failures later on. In terms of engine wear, we're all right. Contracts, nothing to worry about yet. Standings in the championship, we're not with 14th. Kvyat's 12th. He scored a point in Vietnam. Okay, here we go then. So we are going to move on. We're going to move. Here we go. So our first updates are going to come through to this week. We're not going to do an invitational event. Alright, I'm not interested in them yet. I want to focus on getting my career underway, earn some resource points, get going. Okay, and here we go. Chinese Grand Prix weekend. Hopefully we get a nice dry weekend. We'll have to see how it goes. Let's go. Does anyone else think this game takes ages to load? So the latest updates out for F1 2020 on the PS4, it's about 2.2 gigs. On the Xbox, I've heard it's about 6.2 gigabytes, which is a very big update. As far as I can see from after doing my update, I don't think the Black Mercedes are out yet. I think from what I've read on a few Facebook threads, that's the next update. A little bit disappointing, but it takes Codemasters time to get the cars skinned and update the liveries, which isn't necessarily a problem. So here we go then, we're at the workstation, as I'm sure you all have at some point. Weekend preview, the weather forecast is good, which is fantastic. It means we can really focus on getting a good race and trying to get ahead of our teammate. Our rival is Kimi Räikkönen, and we're currently ahead of him, just, after he retired in Vietnam. And yeah, we're good to go. Okay, so still getting used to the workstation in this game. So practice number 1, we're going to check the session options. So normally we race at 100. We're going to reduce the difficulty down to 90 for practice. For the simple reason we can get the practice programs done, we can get maximum resource points, and then we'll move the difficulty up for qualifying and for the actual race. Right, here we go then. If this is the first time you've joined me for one of my career live streams, the way it works is I live stream the whole event, the whole weekend in one live stream for your entertainment, and I hope it's entertaining. The Vietnam live stream was terrible, hence why there's only the only video up for Vietnam is a video with me apologising for being terrible. Right, here we go then. I actually really like China. It is one of my favourite tracks. I've enjoyed it ever since F1 2017. No, 2018, sorry. and it's been one of my favourite tracks ever since. So here we go, track acclimatisation program. If you are watching, don't be shy, come and say hello. I won't bite. I'll try and reply to your messages verbally, but also I will reply to you. I will try and reply to your messages as best I can during the session. My sound has completely disappeared from my game. That's interesting. Right, hold on a second, lads. My sound, I've got no sound whatsoever. This is annoying. So here we go then. And take it nice and straightforward on the track acclimatization. Check the grip levels on the track. Let me know in the live chat or in the comments if you're watching this after I've uploaded it, how you're getting on in your career modes. Are you doing my team? Are you doing driver career? Oh hello, that's a new one. Don't need to take that line through that corner.
DRS zone is coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
There we have it, one red through the hairpin, which is always difficult in first practice.
You'll get a bonus for consistency if you can chain good
Going to get held up here behind Latifi as he pops out of the pit lane. Now this is quite interesting actually, because the only sound I can hear of the engine is through the actual live stream, which I have up on my phone so that I can answer anything on the live chat. I can't actually hear the engine through my headphones. I'm going to have to have a look at that in a minute down the back straight. Apologies for technical difficulties. You're all fine on you're all fine on the live stream, but I just can't hear my engine at all.
This is the final lap of the program.
That's why I'm braking too early for the heaven. I genuinely can't hear my engine through my headphones. Making this rather difficult. Right, there we go, practice program completed. Quite pleased with that, nice to get that one done. Not the best score in the world, but who actually cares? Got the resource points. Okay, we'll get back to the garage. Whilst we're in the garage, I'm just going to have a quick look at my audio settings to see what the problem is. Get back to the garage. Whilst we're in the garage, I'm just going to have a quick look at my audio settings to see what the problem is. If you have any advice on live streams and why my headphones aren't picking up my live stream voice or my sound, that would be great to hear.
We're 8th in the speed trap, 201.7 miles per hour.
Right, okay, so I don't know if I've solved the issue, but we're going to carry on anyway. We'll push on through. So we've done track acclimatization. We're now going to do a very quick tyre management program. We get both of these programs done in practice 1. We can then do a race strategy program in practice 2, and then quali sim in practice 3, then get straight into qualifying, straight into the race. I don't know about you, I always try and get purples in these so I get them done on the first lap. Get them done, move on, happy days. Boom.
Okay, test
Done.
completed.
Yes.
That was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
Okay, let's go back to the garage. And we are ready to move on to practice number 2. So let's get on with practice number 2. We're going to do a race strategy sim. If you're enjoying the live stream, enjoying listening to me babble and talk while I'm playing the game, don't forget to click the like button.
And that's it. Practice is official.
If you're enjoying the live stream, enjoying listening to me babble. Okay, so as we move on to practice number 2, we're just waiting for the loading screen, which seems to last forever. Okay, so as we move on to practice number 2, just waiting for the loading screen, which seems to last forever. Right, we've got some resource points at last. We've really struggled in the practice session so far in my career mode, but dropping the difficulties meant we can complete the practice programs that seem ridiculously difficult. Right, here we go. Practice number 2. Right, here we go then. Practice number 2. All I ever do in practice number 2 is a race strategy. Right, here we go then. Practice number 2. All I ever do in practice number 2 is a race strategy. I avoid doing ERS management, fuel management. I just do race strategy.
Or make certain changes to the car during a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio. Press and hold the radio button to activate the system, and you can either speak the command or select it manually from the radio screen that will appear on the... Give us some consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into the race strategy.
Pushing a little bit too hard. Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up. I'd be really interested to know what everyone's experience of the hard tyres are on this game. I'm finding them a lot more difficult to drive on than in the previous game. I try and avoid using them in race. Like in practice run, the hard tyres were impossible to use. Like they're just so slippery. Whereas the mediums just have so, obviously they have more grip, but it seems like there's a huge step from hard to medium. If you're interested to know, I am using the setup for China that I put in my China hot lap video, which is up on my channel at the moment. I'll put a link to it on the end screen at the end of this broadcast.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Being very held up behind our teammate now. The only problem with lowering the difficulty, you get stuck behind slower drivers.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
If you are new to one of my live streams, don't forget to say hello to me. And if you're new to the Average Hashtag Gaming channel, hi, welcome. We are currently in the middle of a race strategy sim on China as we build up to the Grand Prix later on in the live stream.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
So we're currently practicing on an AI level of 90, just so we can get the practice programs done and all the resource points. When we actually race, we'll go up to 100 AI difficulty, which is my normal difficulty.
complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Oh, it's nice to know I've made Jeff happy today. Right, let's get back to the garage and find out what Jeff's got for me. Maybe he's got a box of sweets for me to celebrate my race strategy run.
Our best lap so far is a 1:35.1.
Right, we're going to move on to practice 3 now. Don't like to hang around too long in practice programs, get as much done as we can.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top 3, who are Vettel, Bottas, and Alexander Albon.
Practice 3, we do one practice program, which is the quali sim. I found the quali sim a bit more difficult this year because you get one chance at it as opposed to 3 laps that you've had in the last, God knows how many years on F1 games. I think you've always had 3 laps since they did practice programs for the quali sim, not just one. Just adds to the pressure a little bit. Here we go, waiting in another loading screen. If you're enjoying the live screen so far, don't forget to click the like button. And if it's something you want to watch a bit more of, there's some more live streams of my career mode on my channel, average #gamer AP. And there's going to be plenty more live streams of my career mode, plenty more hot laps going up of all the tracks in the dry, and then I might start doing the tracks in the wet as well. To help controller players, if you're someone who struggles setting up a car for your controller, my channel's for you. Okay, here we go. Practice number 3. We're going to do one practice program, the quali pace. I've found these really difficult on my normal race difficulty, so hopefully on AI 90 we'll be able to nail it, get the resource points, and then move on to qualifying. And then the race weekend actually begins.
Okay, this is a quali sim. We've estimated the times our closest rivals will be doing, so that's what we need to beat. Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
Okay, in case that looked a bit too easy with the time delta being 2 seconds up, it's because the AI difficulty is on 90 and I normally race on 100. I'm just trying to get the race programs done so I can get as many resource points as possible. One of the things I've found, I don't know if you found it in the career modes on both my team and my driver career, is that on your actual race difficulty, the practice programs are really difficult to get right and actually earn the points for.
We're second in the speed trap, 206.1 miles per hour.
Okay, so qualifying simulation done.
Our best lap so.
We're ready to move on to get the race weekend underway.
And with all the cars now over the line, let's see our top three again. Wang, Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel. What an incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
Please don't read too much into that practice 3 table. I'm going to up the difficulty to my normal race difficulty now. We'll still be aiming for a 132, but obviously that's going to put us a bit further down the grid in actual qualifying. Okay, lots of resource points got for both of us, which is brilliant. More to develop the car with, which will be nice at the end of this weekend, especially as some of the developments are being completed after this Grand Prix. Means we'll be able to upgrade the car before Spain, or get more upgrades started before the Spanish Grand Prix. So we're about to start qualifying for the race. If you're enjoying the live stream, don't forget to click the like button. My name's AP, and you've joined me on the Average Gamer AP channel. Everything I do is on a PS4. All the race footage you're seeing is me on a default PS4 controller. I don't change my controller settings for anything I do on my channel. Anything I do on F1, just generally on all. And I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing, and hope you enjoy spending a bit of time with me as we get through the Chinese Grand Prix weekend. So my chat will slowly start to decrease now. We are just going to change the session options here from 90 up to 100. So we're on normal race difficulty now. And we're going to get on with short qualifying. So short qualifying, 18 minutes long. We're going to try and do 3 runs. I say 3 runs. I'm normally doing my fastest lap on my very first run of the session. And then after that, I tend to slow down. I don't know why. When I've been doing some of the subscriber races, I've actually done faster laps each run. But on my career, I seem to do the fastest lap in the first run. And then don't go any faster for the rest of the time in qualifying. But here we go. It's the Chinese Grand Prix weekend. Hope you enjoy riding on board with me in qualifying. So as we come around to start our first quali lap, leave a prediction. Where do you think we're going to put the car on the grid? Let me know what you think. Here we go. A bit wide there. It cost me some time. late on the pickup there. It's going to cost me more time. Well, that's a good lap though. Third at the moment on AI 100. On all the other races I've been putting the car sort of 12th or 13th on the grid with that sort of time, or in qualifying, so happy with that. On the field though, because only Hamilton and Verstappen have set laps. Alright, let's get back to the garage. Hope you enjoyed riding on board with me with that lap at 1:32.334. We're going to try and go a little bit quicker, but as I said to you before, I tend to struggle to go faster in qualifying after my first run. I don't know why, it's just how it happens. So let's have a look at the table so far. So Kvyat's done a 1:33.6, so we're about a second and a 1.3 seconds faster than him, which is nice. Normally he's got the edge over me in qualifying. Maybe at the Chinese Grand Prix we'll finally get one over on him for the first time.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:32.3.
Time the track goes quiet, we'll accelerate the time, we'll speed it up. Right, we're going to get out now. I tend to do my runs 5 minutes apart. And then we leave the last run until about 3 minutes before the end. Right, let's see if we can beat a 1:32.3. Faster than Vettel on 100 difficulty. I do like my China setup though. I feel like I've got the car set up really nicely for this track. And I really like this track as well, which tends to help. Ah, missed the gear. Still had a good exit though. I lost time there. Slightly slower. 1:32.348.
2 laps of fuel remaining.
So one run left in qualifying. A little bit off our first time in the second lap. Still quite high up the grid. We're on difficulties on 100, which is my normal difficulty. And if you've watched some of the other career live streams I've done, you've seen I've been finishing sort of 11th and 12th on there with setups in qualifying, so we must just be having a good weekend, where other people are having bad weekends. We're ahead of Vettel. I do, and as I've said a few times, I do really like the Chinese Grand Prix. Right, here we go, final run. Track's nice and clear, let's get out. Let's get out, set a time. So as we build up to our final lap in qualifying, and here we go. Much better lap we're on this time. We're half a second up on our fastest time. Not too slow through there. I think we might have accidentally put that on the front row of the grid. Oh, we've put the AlphaTauri on the front row of the grid. And that's on the same difficulty that I've done every other Grand Prix, every other qualifying session in this career mode so far. So that's really interesting as an experiment.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top 3 today. Bottas, Wang and Lewis Hamilton. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
So I'm either very good at China on 100 difficulty, need to up it, or I've just got a good setup. I'm really happy with that. We're going to struggle in the race. I think we're really going to find it difficult to keep that second place, but a bit of a freak qualifying there. I'm very proud of that. Kvyat was 14th. And we've got another 2 points on our rivalry with Raikkonen. So we're about to move on to the race weekend. I think if we can stay in the top 6 in the race, that'll be incredible. But I think we're really going to struggle with engine power against the Mercedes, the Ferraris, the Red Bulls, maybe even the McLarens as well. But we'll see how we get on. It's going to be weird having an AlphaTauri on the front row of the grid. We will double check the difficulty just before we go to the race. Fairly certain I did confirm the changes at 100 before we started qualifying. Yeah, I won't be talking much during the race.
Very solid results. You're looking good for the race.
Yep, there you go. Difficulty was on 100, so it wasn't just me lowering the difficulty, it was actually on my normal race difficulty that I do. I've done every other episode of my career mode on. So here we go then. I won't be talking much during the race, I'll be concentrating on driving. But yeah, if you do comment, that would be great. And I'll try and respond to your comments at the pit stop vocally. I won't be able to have time to chat, to put anything on the chat. But wish me luck, and I hope you enjoy the race. And let's see if we can convert this front row position to good points for AlphaTauri. Let's see if we can finally get one over on our teammate. If you are joining me on the live stream for the first time, thank you for joining me. don't forget to click the like button, and I really do hope you enjoy riding on board with me during this race. Should be an exciting one. Hopefully we don't go backwards too quickly.
It's time to find out which driver is up to the task of claiming the Chinese Grand Prix. We're here in Shanghai. We're here in the Yangtze River. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race.
Let's just appreciate this moment.
Bottas, the Finn starts from pole position, and Wang completes the
Yes.
front row. As we continue
Second
through
row of the grid.
today.
Right, here we go. Race day. Gonna just fuel up a little bit more. So we've got a bit more rich to use down the straights to try and defend our position, but here we go.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can. No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
I really like the formation lap feature. I think it helps build up your tension before the race, sets the scene, so to speak. I always get nervous at the last corner just before, as we go round to build up to the start. Here we go then. Got to wait a bit longer this time than in previous races. Normally we're right at the back. Right, here we go then. Race time at China. Can we score some big points for the team in this race?
Position on lap 1, that's not great, but it's not terrible. Stay focused. approaching the pit window, you'll be on the mediums. Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
That is not what I want to hear from my race engineer when we've got the longest straight in F1 on this track. Oh, he's done a beautiful switchback. I think Vettel's going to get us on the straight though. I think we're going to be under a lot of pressure here.
It's time to utilize some of this energy. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
I'm alright at keeping the faster cars behind me during the Sector 1 and Sector 2. Sector 3 on that straight, I haven't got the engine power. It's just trying to avoid going backwards too quickly in this race at the moment. As soon as they get past me, they're gone. Whoops. Here comes Hamilton.
Tyre condition is still looking good. We're going to box this lap, push hard on the in-lap. Engine is showing small signs of wear. Power output will be down.
Rears are starting to go off. Here comes Verstappen. Should be able to push on our outlap though, because we should come out in quite a lot of space. Oh, I'm terrible at that pit entrance. That is not what you want on pit entry. I did a Lewis Hamilton. Oh, that was awful. Completely misjudged the braking. It's going to cost us a little bit in the stop. So race update, we messed up our pit in. Had a collision with Verstappen. We've got a new front wing on the mediums. We may have just thrown away a points position there.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Get past Nicholas Latifi as quick as possible.
Moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2. Daniel is in the pits. Daniel in the pits. Okay, the gap behind is 2.3 seconds.
Ah, that instant at the pit entry is going to cost us so much. Going to need to recover now, got loads of time.
Boxed for the mediums, car behind on the medium tyre. We're trailing our teammate by 6.9 seconds. over. You made it look easy. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. We've been awarded a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
How strict are the corner cuttings when it's on strict? It's ridiculous.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. To teammate ahead is 8.4 seconds. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Oh, he's moved over in the braking zone. It's a bit rude. Giovinazzi deserves a fine.
This is your final lap of the race.
Oh, he's missed his braking point. That's not a good time to miss your braking point. Oh. Well, that was interesting. I don't think we've had a race that hasn't been event filled in my career so far. We had dodgy Vietnam, we had running out of fuel at the end of the race in Bahrain. And then in this race we had didn't brake hard enough into the pits and hit Max Verstappen, spun, held up a few other drivers.
I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium
and then
for victory celebrations.
The 3-second penalty for
today.
the most innocuous of track limits ever. And then just as we're overtaking Giovinazzi, moves over in the braking zone and we lose part of our front wing.
Let's see what effect this
well, there we go.
On the driver's standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Interesting choice today, I think. There's a few to pick from, but I think I have to give it to Danny Kvyat. He put in a rock-solid performance today, one that he can be proud of.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, there's the race results. Kvyat's got more points for the team. I finished 16th after starting second. Bit annoyed at that, but nevertheless, another eventful race in the career. Hopefully we can recover in the Spanish Grand Prix, which will be the next live stream that I do. Don't forget that tomorrow night is the subscribers race number 4. That'll be live streamed on my channel where I'll be racing against some of my subscribers. If you're interested in taking part in that, contact me on Facebook and the details are in the description below. I'm going to go and try and find Antonio Giovinazzi and just shout at a picture of him. But yeah, thanks for watching this live stream. Don't forget to click the like button if you've enjoyed what you've seen, if you've enjoyed watching me ramble on during the race, and if you've enjoyed my race performance, then go ahead and click subscribe button so you don't miss any future uploads that I put up on my channel. I do hot laps, I do live streams, I do subscriber races, all with a PS4 controller on its default settings. So thanks a lot for watching. My name's AP, and I'll see you very soon.